Today's video, we are discussing orcas and their connection to bringing yin-yang balance to the 12 chakra system. We have gone through the 7 chakra system and the 12 chakra system so far, and the orcas have the ability to help all of us bring the yin-yang balance to the 7 chakra system and the 5D chakra system that makes it the 12 chakra system. They have the ability to bring harmony and balance, and as a result of that, I'm going to start by channeling the NoManJoyBringer elder of the NoManJoyBringer domain of the Elfian realm, divine masculine / feminine energy, because this elder works in their domain to further ensure harmony and balance using positive light and joy for all of humanity and all of the universe. And what better elder to start this bringing yin-yang balance to your chakra system than this elf? And then later the Elfian animal healers of the orcas will come and explain why orcas have a connection to this frequency, what different aspects of their group soul, they're split in the group soul, and all of that, how that's all connected and correlated, because we want to bring balance. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a lot of balance. Of course, you can connect to group souls that have connections to the chakras and connect to those animals and ask for help. But when it comes to just general balancing of not just your chakra system, but also your 5-body system as well, the orcas are the way to go. So let's get started. The NoManJoyBringer elder of the Elfian realm would like to step through in their divine feminine light, not their divine masculine light, today to communicate to all of you. So please, whenever you are ready, elder, step through. Hello. Hi. Since we're talking about balance, I decided to come through as my more divine feminine light, as I have the ability to tap into both frequencies almost equally. I normally radiate in my divine masculine. I'm the NoManJoyBringer elder of the NoManJoyBringer domain. I typically radiate more in the masculine, but for today, the feminine seems to bring in that balance of the yin and the yang. We work with that. That's part of the job of the joy bringers, of the sage and the innocents and the guardians of the veil, to bring balance and harmony and yin and yang together. Because to ascend to higher levels, you must be balanced, but you must have all the tools at your disposal. By all the tools, I mean the ability to connect to the divine feminine and divine masculine, the ability to connect to the divine maternal and divine paternal, the ability to connect to the sun and the moon and the earth and the stars and the water and the land and the air and the fire, the ability to connect to all in oneness. And the yin-yang frequency brings about the balance needed to separate from the negative things. Yin-yang, as you all know it, as there is good in all and there is bad in all, and that's kind of how the yin-yang presents itself. And there is balance between, there is light in every darkness and darkness in every light, because that is the polarity of the world that you all live in. But the true yin-yang frequency has a different meaning than that. When I'm talking about the yin-yang frequency, I'm not necessarily talking about that symbol that you all have grown to familiar with. I'm not necessarily talking about that symbol and the deep cultural meanings of that symbol. I'm talking about the frequency of yin yang, which is a little different. The frequency of yin yang balance is the harmony and connection between the divine masculine and feminine, between intuition and creation, between logical and creative, those balances in the yin yang frequency. The yin yang has the divine masculine and divine feminine. That is that frequency, and in every soul that radiates in divine masculine, they have a feminine frequency inside, and then vice versa, because we all as souls, we pick which one we radiate more in, and it has to do with where what our star origins is, but you do have the ability to tap into the other frequency, and it comes more easily for you humans because when you come into the physical form, you have the ability to tap into both frequencies. These frequencies aren't genders like how you have come to know them. These frequencies are: the divine masculine is creation, it's logic, it's structure. The divine feminine is flowing freely, it is intuition and creativity. Those frequencies you can tap into more, and it's really the solar light and the lunar light that house these. The solar light houses masculine and the lunar light houses feminine. And you on earth, you have the sun and the moon. You have the ability to connect to both of these frequencies and use them in harmony. There's the false feminine and the false masculine, which is right now happening in the physical world. The identity of the false masculine, which has become egoistic in some aspects, and the false feminine that becomes egoistic in other aspects. And it's time to shed away those false ideas of these frequencies, because that's what they are. They're energy, they're frequencies. They're not an identity, they're not a constraint. You can choose which one you radiate more in when your soul was born, just which one helps you complete your mission and purpose, whether it be divine masculine or divine feminine, whichever one you need the most. But it doesn't mean you don't need to have the other in harmonic balance. Harmonic balance is needed for the chakra system, but it's also needed for you to experience joy. Because sometimes you may find joy and creativity, but you feel like you can't, just because of the creation, logical world that you work in. You can't let the creativity in because you feel a block. That you need to remove that block and allow both to flow freely. You need the logical, you need the creative, you need the head, you need the heart. You need the mental body and emotional body to work in one together. You need the spiritual body and the physical body to work in one together so that you can feel alignment also in your Akashic body as well. You need your past lives and your past in this life to work together in harmonic balance, to working together as one. The Yin Yang frequency also brings about the connecting with who you are, but also connecting to those around you, and partnership. A lot of partnership. And a huge part of the joy that you all desire to experience, I guess is the proper terminology in your human language, is connection. And romantic connection is a massive one, but you're never going to experience true romantic connection if you aren't able to balance your 7 chakra system and your 12 chakra system and your 5 body system with the yin yang frequency, with balancing with both. For the root, you need to have the balance of the security of the divine masculine frequency that brings the grounding, that brings the rooting, that brings the security. But also you need to have enough room to flow and find safety and security in other places, so you're not trapped in one place. And that's where the divine feminine comes in to help you flow. And obviously in the sacral chakra, you need the divine masculine and the divine feminine balance, creation and intuition, creation and creativity, balance in the solar plexus, action, but also knowing when not to take action, that balance. And in your heart, you need both. You need to be able to balance what is logical and what is illogical, really, what is imaginative, what is inspired, and what is practical for you at the current moment, and finding that balance. And in your throat, you need to find the balance between when is the time to express the logical mind and when is the time to express the creative mind. And in your third eye, you need to find that balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine, because intuition isn't all you need in your third eye. Yes, intuition is a big part of the third eye, but understanding of the world, that knowledge frequency comes, that deep, deep knowledge frequency comes from the divine masculine, and that intuition to use that knowledge frequency comes from the divine feminine, and that's why they must be balanced. And in your crown, and that connection, that is that opening the door for you to connect to so much more, of course you need to have that balance in your mind. Balancing your mind, clearing your mind of the ego, because the ego will pick one of the false frequency versions of divine masculine or divine feminine to blast loudly the negative polarities version of these higher light frequencies, to blast loudly to entrap you. You must remove that. And when you get to your earth star and your casual and your universal and your galactic and your divine gateway, when you get to these, you're more easily able to tap into the balance of both, but it's still needed. And it's still needed in your 5-body system to experience true joy, true spiritual inspired joy that comes from the depths of your soul. You're not going to experience your true joy. You're not going to find what truly brings you joy if you're not balanced. That's important for you to know. Now, a divine feminine frequency, Elfian animal healer from the Elfian animal healer domain that works with orcas is going to step through and explain how orcas can help you with this, and whatever messages, whatever song they have to sing about it. So I will let that friend step through, and it was a pleasure talking to you all about the Yin Yang frequency. Hello. Hi. Hi, humans. I haven't had a chance, I haven't had the pleasure of acquainting myself with you, so it is so nice to meet you. I'm a divine feminine frequency that works with the orcas. I'm an Elfian animal healer. I work with the rhyme, rhythm, and reason healing. I work with their physical forms more than I work with their soul, but I do work with that split of the group soul. They're split from the Whalian group soul, and from the Whalian group soul, you know, you get the dolphins, and you get the whales, and you get the belugas, and you get the orcas, and you get all of this, and that, but its source is the Whalian. So the orcas, they're called killer whales. That's not a compliment to their soul. Orcas is their name. Orca is their name. They are orca. And they are beautiful, aren't they? Look at their colors. I mean, they have the yin-yang colors. Of course they have the black and they have the white. They have the balance. They have the cleansing away negativity and the bringing in of purification. The white frequency brings in purification, and the black frequency brings clearing of negativity. And together it really works to kind of self-cleanse. They self-cleanse themselves all the time. That's why when you put tourmaline, black tourmaline or black onyx or any black stone really next to selenite and it cleanses, selenite, they cleanse, they work together. You know, selenite cleanses the black stone that you pick, because the black stone that you pick is absorbing negativity and removing it. And this is something that orcas do, and zebras do as well. But orcas, when it comes to the chakra system, they're a more easily accessible group soul to connect to. The zebras, they do work with that kind of our self-cleansers of energetic cleansing and less of going and like rah 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 eating up away, but that is more for the earth as a whole, and the zebras work with the earth more as a whole. The orcas will work more with the people and will work more using the aquatic frequency. The zebras use the land frequency a lot, but you want to use the aquatic frequency mainly because the aquatic frequency brings healing and enlightenment, and you want to bring in healing and enlightenment to your 12 chakra system and your 5-body system. You want to bring in healing and enlightenment to all of that. The aquatic frequency doesn't just bring enlightenment, it brings aid during ascension. So because you have the base level of the 12 chakra system, that is your base level of chakras, and you have more. You obviously have more. You have higher heart, you have higher throat, you have higher, but you want to start with the base, and it's good to start clearing and balancing and working with the bases. Then you can connect to the higher ones. You can connect to 60, 70, 80, 90. You can connect to those chakras through the ability to balance the 12 chakra system and making sure that they stay balanced. balanced, and then they'll upgrade and ascend to the higher levels on their own, but they start with that base level. And that's why it's important to go back and pay attention to them, because that is your base level. That is the root level. That's what you're starting with, like for your higher heart, and where it comes out from here, and it's connected to here, and it's connected to here. Obviously, you'll want to make sure that these are in alignment and balance, so you're truly connecting to your higher heart. And with that, bringing in the orca frequency, when we work with them, since they are purifiers in a certain way, they bring purification to the veil line and to the ocean and to all the people that they happen across. They're sociable. Oh, the Whalians love people. I'm sure you've all seen dolphins and whales and orcas, and they love humans. They do. They really do love you all. We love you all too. They have so much love and admiration for all of you, and they love to help. And you can ask them for help. They're healers in different ways. And with the orca frequency specifically, they were born having the balance of the Yin Yang frequency. And they were also, when they split away from the Whalian source, they split away with a different purpose than the rest. And their purpose is to help bring harmonic balance to the earth and to the inhabitants of the earth, to aid in the ascension to the new golden age. And what's beautiful about these animals is that all of these animals on the positive polarity, they hold no grudge for the experimentation, even though experimentation is still happening to a lot of the Whalians. They look past it and are able to see the higher light and shift in perspective. And harmonic balance that the orca group soul can help bring you will help bring you a shift in perspective on how you look at things, on how you look at your 12 chakra system, on how you look at the world and yourself. Because a lot of you humans will feel like you can't have that balance. Like, oh, I'm in the physical form and I'm a female, how can I be that but then also have the divine masculine frequency? It's because you're not thinking of the true divine masculine frequency, you're thinking of the false masculine. You can radiate both divine maternal and divine paternal, not the false maternal and the false paternal, but the true divine ones. We say false because, and false is, it's not true. But when you are connected to the truth, and you can connect to the truth through the orcas, and they can help shine light on what is true and what is not true within you. You just ask them to guide you. They want to step through and guide you. And I don't mean their physical form. You don't need to go in the ocean and find an orca and be like, tell me with your physical voice what I need to do. No, you can just connect to their soul. Ask their soul to offer you balance and help and guidance. And you can connect to them through their physical form, of course, but you must remember that animals are energy as well, they're souls as well. And the same way that you can connect to human souls when they're not in the physical form, or you can astral project in your sleep and work with other souls even though your physical form is here. The same goes for the orcas. And what's special about the Whalians is that they are so individual. They're very individual. Not one orca physical form or any Whalian physical form will act in the same way as the other. They all have uniqueness. They all have their own story to tell. It's different than, let's say, geese, for example. The geese, they all flock together as one. There is less individuality in their personality while they're in the physical form. It still happens, but it's less common. With the Whalians, it's common. And they have culture, they have tradition, they're really very old souls, and the Whalian in the aquatic realm, I mean, that's a whole domain. If we're talking about how us elves split up our realm and we have domains, the Whalian is a whole different domain with very different uniqueness to them, and within that is like different sectors within them with different purposes. And when you start to open your mind to understanding that, you can really benefit from their help of balancing, and you can call on the light of the orcas to help bring you balance and oneness with the Yin Yang frequency, not the Yin Yang concept, the Yin Yang frequency. And it's the Yin Yang light frequency The orcas, their soul, woven into their soul, is the yin yang light frequency. And that's what you want to be calling on to help you. Not the yin yang concept, the yin yang light frequency. And you can say, I call upon the guides of the yin yang light frequency from the animal kingdom in the aquatic realm, the orcas, to shine that light upon me and offer me balancing. And when you ask for that, they will come and help you. And that is the song they had to sing for today. It was so nice to talk to humans, and I can't wait till we connect again, until you connect with the orcas again. Because know that the aquatic realm, once the earth is shifting higher and higher and higher, and the aquatic realm completes different purposes, you might not have the ability to connect to them in the way that you do now. So do not take advantage. If you take advantage, don't not take advantage. Don't let it sit you by. Using the human English language is new to me, if you can't tell. And typically we're singy. We like to singy-sing. But we're waiting for the communicator to give us the green light to singy-sing when we come through, us Elfian animal healers. That's how we communicate. But you don't want to let the opportunity to connect to them slip you by, because the animal kingdom is going to change. And the earth is going to change. And the earth that you're living on right now isn't going to be the earth that always is. So you want to really appreciate what you have now, because it's going to change. And these opportunities that you have are going to change. So that's important for you to know. And with that, we say goodbye for now. Thank you. Wow, I felt like I was just seeing. I was seeing the balance. I was seeing a lot of balancing coming together. I feel like what I'm experiencing and seeing and feeling and observing has kind of shifted and changed recently. So that was a lot. I saw a lot of the orcas kind of swimming around. I saw like the Walian source light frequency, which was really nice to see, and I felt a lot of balancing being done. And I also saw like orcas swimming near veil lines and like offering purification and cleaning. And I know that belugas offer a lot of purification, and they help with the casual chakra as well. So the Walians being already present, their energy already being present, as some animal healers that work to help us with our chakras. The orcas, it was nice. I saw the difference. I saw the uniqueness, and it just further confirmed the message that the ego identity can slip away and you can still be an individual. And you look at the animals, they don't ever, the positive polarity animal, they don't ever, like aquatic realm, ever have an ego, but they do have uniqueness. They don't speak in the way that we do, but they have means of connection. And the same goes for the elves. They don't have a physical form, but they have so much uniqueness to how their energy appears. And there's balance. Balance is coming, and it's the perfect time to start balancing. So thank you all for watching, sending you love, light, and inspiration. Stay inspired, and I hope that the Yin Yang frequency brings you a lot of balancing and healing.